Hey YouTube, welcome back to KG Constrictors, and this video is going to feature a couple of new animals. And these are projects that I have going with my buddy Brandon Nixon from over at California Constrictors. First little guy we're going to take a look at here is a 2010 Arabesque male. And he is eating mouse crawlers at the moment, live ones at the moment. Should be able to start getting him on frozen thawed pretty soon. And we'll take a look at this guy. I love the Arabesque pattern, Kodam pattern here that can be mixed with lots of different morphs. There's Arabesque sunglows. There's all kinds of different things you can do with Arabesques. And when these guys start to get older, that kind of baby gray color will change to a real vibrant gold. And these guys are really pretty snakes when they mature. And I'm pretty excited to finally have one in my collection here. I decided to call this guy Lawrence. Lawrence of Arabia. Yeah, so he's a pretty cool little snake. He seems to have a really good disposition. Hasn't tried to take a chomp out of me yet, so that's always appreciated. Good disposition on this guy. So that's the little Arabesque. And this guy seems to be a pretty good representation of the Arabesque pattern. So I'm pretty psyched for him. Now this other one here, this came from a breeding that Brandon did. I believe he had two hets. Two het leopards bred, and he got a few visuals, and then the rest are all 66%. So I'm really hoping that this one proves out. The thing about the leopard pattern is a lot of the hets do show some aberrancy in their pattern, usually some tail striping and some special markings on their heads. So Brandon and our other buddy Jason from Top Line Constrictors, we were talking this last weekend, kind of saying, you know, some of these hets, like such as these het leopards, I mean, it's funny because you have some hets where there's no markings whatsoever. There's really nothing that makes you think that this could be a het, whereas the leopards seem to have something that visually shows that they are a het. So we were talking about, you know, that whole subject, and you could debate that for hours and days, you know, whether or not you know, like some of these hets are indeed, you know, the idea of a het, I guess, would be that they don't show any visual you know, appearances to what they have genetically. But with these leopards, it really seems to be the opposite. So Brandon had some snakes that didn't have a whole heck of a lot going on, and then while others did. You know, this guy has, one of the things we talked about was this little, it's like little striping on the head, like this kind of special marking. A lot of the het leopards will have that. Ones that have been proved out have that. We talked about the aberrancies in the pattern. You know, it seems like het leopards kind of have a look all of their own, and they're pretty good looking snakes. So that's kind of like a connecting, you know, like a big tail stripe here. The other thing that we talked about was the stomach. Look at the stomach is orange, which is a lot of leopards have that. So he seems to believe that you know, he's like, this one is going to prove out because his het leopards had this look as babies. So that would be awesome if this guy does indeed prove out. We're going to have to wait a little while to find out, of course, but that was just an interesting topic that we were discussing, how a lot of the hets, you know, like, I guess everybody has their own little ideas. Like, some people say the het albinos have something going in their eyes when they're first born, and there's all sorts of theories about certain things, but it seems like the leopard pattern, when it comes to a leopard being a het, it seems like there's a lot of visual cues, more than a lot of the other morphs, which is nice, because it's pretty depressing if you grow a head up and you breed it and then it doesn't prove out, and you think, oh wow, I had all that time invested and the poor thing didn't prove out to be what I thought it was. So the more you can guarantee, if for lack of a better term, that something is indeed a het, the better. So I'll be surprised if this guy doesn't prove out to be indeed a het leopard. So we've got some other snakes that I'm going to show in another video in the next day or so, talking about hets. Brandon has the T-positive VPIs, carmel, VPI T-positive carmel albinos, and he's got a pair of hets there that he bred. And he also had some boawoman carmels. That's the other T-positive. That's the one that when you mix that with a sharp albino, you get a paradigm boa. Basically, boas, Mike Weitzman is big into those, and there's some information on his website about the whole paradigm thing. But I picked up some hets from the boawoman carmel line, as well as the T-positive VPI line from Brandon. And when you look at those, they look just like normal boas to me. And there's theories on those as well, based, I believe it's a saddle pattern that people try to use as some kind of a visual cue. But those are both still so young, just those morphs in general, that I don't know if a lot of study has been done on that. I'd have to do some more reading up, but I'm hoping that the pair of VPIs I got from Brandon prove out, and I'm hoping that the boawoman carmel male that I picked up proves out, because my plans would be to put him with either a het sharp or a sharp albino in the future, and prove him out with some paradigms. That would be pretty sweet. So thanks to my buddy Brandon for hooking me up with some smoking babies. And yeah, check his site out. It's www.californiaconstrictors.com. He does have a YouTube page. He hasn't put a lot of videos up, but he's going to do so as time goes on now. And I'll keep bugging him, because he's got some really nice snakes, and I think you guys would like checking his site out. So he does have a YouTube channel. I think it's either under California Constrictors or Cali Constrictors. But he doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of videos up now, but he is going to start putting some more up. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. A couple of new guys to deal with here. 66% possible het leopard, and the beautiful Arabesque male. Beautiful Arabesque male. I'm real psyched to have him. So that's it. We will be checking in again soon with some more videos, and hope all is well with everybody's reptile collection. Get some good questions and such, and keep them coming, and I get some good suggestions for future videos as well. So always happy to hear back from people. So really appreciate everybody who subscribes to my channel, and I appreciate everybody who checks in and watches the videos, and we'll talk to you guys later.